Hello and welcome, gang. Yes, someone's already ready for her treats right now. So we will pull these out. But hello, aloha, welcome to Monday. Yes, guys, I know. Okay. Oh my gosh, you get one of them here and two at their feet, all begging for food. And okay, if I give you guys this now, will you be quiet for the next 30 to 45 minutes, maybe? Maybe. Who knows? We will find out. So, how are y'all doing today? We just got through a weekend, a busy weekend. First of all, before we get into the heavier stuff, the story, to let you guys know about who Ri'Kiah is and about what all happened around her disappearance, so we could try to get her name back out there again into the algorithms, okay, whether it be Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, wherever, so that in the end she gets on the most important of algorithms, which is law enforcement. And so, in the meantime, though, before we get into that, I did want to say real quick thank you guys so much for making my birthday so amazing. I mean, honestly, gang, we started Friday with my YouTube birthday because I wanted to come here and hang out with all my family here. And y'all made it amazing. And then I woke up on my birthday and not only had karaoke and all that going on, but those of you who sent me messages, posts, Robbie and Burden both did happy birthday on their lives, and it just meant the world to me. I mean, I have never smiled so much in one day in my life. So thank you all so much. I love you all so much. And so I wanted to make sure you guys knew about it because you guys really, yeah, you guys show me every single day what community really is about, what family is really about. And thank you for that. So now let me say hi to a couple people who are in here. And also, let's see who I know. La Princesa was here first today. On your phone, switch device. Oh, yes. I get used to that all the time. I get told all the time by my phone, no, you're supposed to be here. No, you're supposed to be on this machine. No. And then I did updates on my laptop today, and it took about 45 minutes, which is not what I want to be doing when I'm trying to research stuff. Yeah. So, hello, Miss Nicole. I'm happy I know you answered my question. You're happy. Yep. Not too much going on, so that makes me, yes. No kidding. Oh my God. When it gets crazy, it gets crazy. It gets nuts. So I'm happy you're here, though. Cajun True Crime Girl. Hey, hey, hey. How you doing? And this is so weird wearing my earbuds, but okay, actually now at least I can hear a little more. I don't like, you know that feeling when you put in earbuds and everything is just in your head sound wise? I hate that sound. I hate that sound. And also, I'll go one ear in, one ear out. See how that works instead. So let's see, who am I? Burden. Burden. Oh, that birthday was amazing. And yes, your singing, oh, was just, yeah, on par, on par. I heard it in my head. I know I heard you singing it. No, I love you, girl. That really made, I went into my mom and I'm like, Mom, look what you just did. Yeah, you're sweet. Thank you. And I think that's it for as more people, of course, YouTube's got to get out there good old messages out to let everyone know we are live, and slowly we will build up things. So let's start talking a little bit about today's case. Ri'Kiah is actually a young woman who went missing back in October. Some of you may have seen her picture, okay, her gorgeous face right up in that corner. I've been talking with her mom, Rhonda, and I told her, that's her eyes are so kind. Look at these pictures of her as I share these pictures today. She's got the kindest eyes. They smile. Her eyes smile. And that's one of the things that just led me, okay, to her when I kept seeing her picture. And I remembered it being there before. And when all of a sudden I saw it again the other day, I was like, ooh, okay, wait. I haven't heard anything mentioned about Rakia since. There were one or two. I know there was a news story. Another YouTube channel did something on her. Maybe a couple others did some smaller things too. But since then, no. Since early November, not much. And this young woman is still missing. Okay, she still has family looking for her. And we need to bring her home. Rhonda, is that you? Thank you, Rhonda. Thank you so much for popping in. I wasn't sure if you would. I was kind of hoping you would, but guys, Rhonda is Rakia's mom. And she's been very, very open with me, talking to me today, as I've been trying to pull timelines together and things like that. So thank you so much, Rhonda, for popping in today. In fact, I was just getting ready to say, hi, RNC Nation. And I was wondering, but I didn't want to say anything out loud. So, but yeah, and I think I saw someone else. John Paul is here, driving but listening. Drive safe, my dear. Please drive safe. You're like me. I listen to YouTube more when I'm out on the road than anything else, I swear. And Christola, thank you so much for sharing that. I've also linked the GoFundMe up on, pinned it, I mean. As you guys go through and hear this story with me, a PI is needed in this case. Okay, we all know, and you guys know how I feel, I do support our law enforcement. But there are times law enforcement do not, they're too busy, they're stretched too thin. Whatever the story is, okay, they aren't able to give the attention to things, or even sometimes in certain, okay, like anything else in life. We've been talking about the system, CPS and all lately. You have good and you have bad. You have all sorts of things. This is one of those cases that I think a PI would truly help. So please consider, okay, donating into that GoFundMe. I did clarify with Rhonda that that is a legitimate, okay, GoFundMe. And also, please do consider that. Listen to the story first, see if it, okay, if it resonates with you. No matter what, though, I am going to ask, guys, you don't need to hear me say it. Please help us share out. I've got posters in Discord already shared out, both the Instagram size and the thumbnail size. So please grab one of those, or if you need to, you can email me at thelocalmylife@gmail.com and I'll just send them to you. I mean, if you guys can get me on Messenger, get me on Messenger. I'll send them to you. The key right now is we need to get, okay, Rakia's face out there so that more people are looking for her, or people who may have seen her. Okay, no, oh, wait, yeah, I do remember that girl. What happened? And so, and yeah, surviving the storms. Exactly. There's so many cases where things were dropped. And sometimes, okay, I do know police work so hard on so many cases, but so many times, whether it's prejudices in cases or being too spread thin, whatever, things happen. And in this case, I do think this is one of those cases of prejudices kind of driving the direction of where things are going also. By the way, Dot, hi there, my dear, and thanks for joining the other day. Thank you so much. And so I think that's a case here. We've got a case of a 24-year-old who may not have had the most crystal clear past. Okay, she's got things that have happened in the past, but our past should not define us, especially when it comes to crime, especially when it comes to people needing to be given that lifeline to bring them home. Okay, and we talk about this all the time, whether it's a runaway, someone who was a drug addict, someone who worked the street, whatever. We've got the long list that we've talked about in the past here. I don't care. Okay, a runaway who is out on the road, okay, out on the streets or something, is in as much trouble, if not more so, than many of the other, okay, missing people that we hear about. Okay, we are living in a world, and I'm sorry, I hate talking this type of language, especially around family, but I'm not saying anything that family doesn't think in the back of their mind to begin with. Okay, we are in, okay, Trafficking Awareness Month. There's a lot of stuff that goes on, and that's why we need to, if the police are too busy or if the police are whatever, we will pick up whatever we can and try to get the word out. Exactly, Dot. Exactly. Okay, I don't care. A human is a human is a human, and they deserve just as much attention as anyone else. Okay, past does not matter. What matters is she is missing. She is loved by people who are missing her. She deserves to be found just as urgently. Yep, exactly. So, what I want to do is start off with an article, a news story that came out on November 1st of last year. Okay, the story of Rakia kind of unfolds over the course of a couple weeks. Okay, from the moment she went missing, was last seen, to when she was last heard from, to when she went missing, to when phones were, it unfolds over time. And also, and first, let me get my email down. No one else needs to see this email bit anymore. You guys kind of know already what my email is. Okay, there we go. So, gonna pull this up. Hopefully you guys can all hear it. We will cross our fingers, and then we'll come back and start breaking down what you've heard here, as well as more information. Here we go.
Can't eat, can't sleep. I just want to know where my daughter is. It's all I want to know.
A mother's plea amid a frustrating search for answers. Rhonda Duke says she hasn't seen nor heard from her daughter in more than 3 weeks. Tonight, she's sharing her story with KDK's Jennifer Barrasso. Jen.
Again, as you can imagine, this mother is going through hell. She's fearing the worst. Something bad happened to her daughter. She's only 24 years old, and she tells me that on October 7th, she dropped her off here in this Aliquippa apartment, Town Tower Apartments, and she hasn't seen her since. A mother's anguish.
I feel like I can't protect my child, and it's the worst feeling in the world. I just want her home. I just want to know she's safe.
It's been nearly a month since Rhonda Duke has seen or talked to her 24-year-old daughter, Ri'Kiah Griffie.
I'm calling her phone and not getting no response, and then after a few days after that, and it started going straight to voicemail, that's when I really started getting worried.
On October 7th, Duke says she dropped her daughter off at her boyfriend's Town Towers apartment along Franklin Avenue in Aliquippa. Later that night, the two FaceTime when Griffie was cooking dinner, and that's the last time they talked.
It's just not like her. She always calls me. She always calls me.
On October 21st, Duke filed a missing persons report with the Aliquippa Police Department. She tells me her daughter suffers with drug addiction, and days before she went missing, she was released from the Beaver County Jail. She describes the relationship her daughter has with her boyfriend as rocky, and Duke claims he told her he kicked her daughter out about 2 weeks ago.
He said that she was acting crazy because she was on drugs, so he put her out with her belongings.
What have police told you?
They have told me absolutely nothing. I've tried to contact them many times.
Aliquippa's Police Chief John Lane confirmed they are investigating and that Griffie is in a national database for missing persons. But she feels police are not doing enough. What do you think happened to your daughter?
I just think she got herself in a bad situation because these streets are no joke. And when you go into these streets, bad things do happen to good people. And I just think she's in harm's way.
Take a good look. Duke continues to search for her daughter, Ri'Kiah Griffie. She's hanging up these flyers around stores, on light posts, anywhere that she can put them, posting this on social media. She's doing everything she can to get the word out, and she won't stop until she gets answers. Her daughter is 5'4". She has tattoos on her right arm, flower tattoos, and one that says, "Like Mother." Reporting live, Jennifer Barrasso, KDKA News.
A patient set themselves on fire, apparently.
Stop that one real quick. And also, that gives you the start of this, okay, of the story, of Rakia's story, okay, and of what Rhonda and Rakia's boyfriend have been going through the last couple weeks, months now, and trying to get the word out. Exactly, Dot. There's so much that can happen during times when you've gotten, exactly, Dot. I get what you're saying completely there. So let me bring this up so we can start going through all of this. So, Rakia, as you could see from the pictures, gorgeous young woman. Okay, she's got the kindest eyes. She smiles with her eyes. You can tell a person who smiles because there's just something about the area around their eyes and all that you can see a real smile when it's there. And you can tell if someone's fun loving or things like that. And surviving the storms. You got it exactly. Phone records, and we're going to talk about that. Phone records should be key in this case. Unfortunately, from what I'm understanding right now, there are no phone records being pulled at this case. This is why the PI, I think, is going to be so important here, because I think to get this case solved, it's going to require extra people on the side doing a lot of extra work. So this is Ri'Kiah. You're seeing a couple pictures here, and I've got some amazing pictures, actually. We talk about this all the time, that pictures make the difference. When you just see someone looking in one way, it's hard to kind of recognize stuff because our hair colors change, our hairstyle. We lose weight, we gain weight, especially someone who does have a drug past. Okay, that can happen very easily. Okay, so it's important to be able to look at different pictures and see what people look like at different times. And I did just notice this is a little older. I updated the poster that's in Discord and all because Rakia also went by the name Bella. That was a nickname for her, was Bella. So there is a possibility that someone may have met her or ran into her and she was going by the name Bella at the time. So the newer posters that I have do have the name Bella on there. She was last seen on October 7th in Aliquippa, Pennsylvania, 24 years old, 5'3". I think, correct me if I'm wrong on that. I took that off the poster, Rhonda. I meant to clarify that with you because I saw someone else said 5'4" in a news article. So just wanted to verify that. 125 pounds, brown hair, brown eyes. Please call the police department. You can also get in touch with Rhonda on Facebook, or if you contact me, I will connect you guys also. Because in this case, I think there are definitely a lot of concerns with making sure that the information is being followed up on. She also, one of the things that she does have are tattoos on her right arm. Some of it is 5'4". Okay, so I will update, Rhonda, I will update this and make sure we got a correct poster with that. Yeah, burden of proof. That's what so many people don't realize is having these different, full body pictures make a big difference. You're going to see bits and pieces of her tattoos as you go through, including Rhonda and Rakia have a kind of shared tattoo. Okay, like mother, like daughter is what it says. And I'm actually going to go on to that one right here. So this gives you an idea. This is actually Rhonda's tattoo. Okay, so the one that Ri'Kiah would have would say like mother. And you can kind of see some of the tattoo that she has on her right arm here. And also, please take a look at those types of things when you're looking for her. But you can see the difference in how people look as time goes on. And just depending where we are in our lives. So all of this started, oh, perfect, John Paul. Oh my gosh, J. Paul, thank you so much. I will start posting flyers in there too. That's awesome. Thank you. And see, that's why I love you guys. It's just, you guys all go out there and you get the word out. And you know what? It's all about getting things out in the algorithm again. Great question, Cajun True Crime. Rhonda, can you let us know, is the like mother tattoo also in this area here? And yeah, please do, Crystal, if you want. And also, yeah, I love those. In fact, my mom and I was telling Rhonda, Mom and I are so close. And I know what that's like when okay, we say this all the time, listen to the family. Listen to the family. They know the truth. They know what the emotions and what normal patterns are. Okay, Rakia and Mom always talked on the phone. It's like me and my mom in there. Okay. We talk all the time. I can't even go. I'm 52 years old now, and I still don't go a day without talking. Or if I go out at night, I'm still talking to her on the phone, letting her know, okay, I'm on my way home. See you in about 20 minutes, something like that. Okay. It's a relationship, and you can see the relationship is here. So you trust. Exactly. Trust the family. Exactly. Yep. Your mom knows moms know their daughters. They do. And that's one of the best lessons law enforcement or anyone could take out of anything is trust the family. They know their loved ones. So, as I mentioned, this story started on October 7th. Okay, it goes over a couple weeks, but October 7th, okay, Rhonda dropped, okay, her daughter off at her boyfriend's apartment. Her boyfriend actually lives, I'm going to, as much as I like it, I want to make sure we can see all these other gorgeous photos too. Her boyfriend lives in an apartment complex on Franklin Avenue, in Aliquippa, and the two of them, they've been long term. They'd been together for quite a while. Yes, it was rocky. It was a rocky relationship. Yes. Okay, got it. In the same place on the right arm. Thank you, Cajun True Crime, for verifying that. Yeah, Rhonda, thank you so much. On the right arm, same place. Thank you. So they've been together, okay, like so many relationships and all, okay, as its ups and downs and stuff like that. And I do have to say, okay, when you do have drugs involved, it can actually be more rocky at times too. And but as Rhonda has told me, okay, her boyfriend has been extremely, okay, helpful in trying to talk with the police. Okay, he's been very focused on trying to find, okay, Ri'Kiah also. Okay, so I wanted everyone to understand how active that he has been in there. Hey, Sky Maiden, how you doing, my dear? Hope you're doing good. So part of the issue is that these guys that are victimizing younger girls know what they're looking. Yeah, and people do. They do. So she dropped Rakia off over at her boyfriend's apartment. Okay, and the last time Rhonda spoke with her daughter was later that evening. The two of them FaceTimed. Okay, normal mother-daughter thing to do. FaceTimed, and during that time, Rakia was making dinner. That was the last time the two of them spoke. Okay, after that, okay, there were times that she would call, but she didn't, you know what it's like. Okay, sometimes your kids are busy and they don't answer the phone or things like that. And that's kind of what happened after that. Okay, you got into a couple days there where she was contacting her daughter, calling her up, and it would ring for a while. No one would answer. Hey, sleuth mom, no problem, my dear. At least you're here. I love you. Thank you, my dear. Wouldn't answer the phone. Okay, would leave messages, voice messages, things like that. However, as the days progressed, and sometime about a week after that, okay, all of a sudden the messages started going straight to voicemail. She knew something was wrong. Okay, couple days without connecting. Yeah, okay, that can happen. Okay, even with my mom, there are some days that when I lived, okay, I used to live on another whole island, and there were times I'd go 3, 4, 5 days without talking to my mom. It does happen. You get busy. So she started recognizing something was off, and then, like I said, about a week later, phone calls started going straight to voicemail. So at that point, she called up the boyfriend, and she started trying to find out when did you last see her? What's going on? That's when her boyfriend made the comment to her that, she was using again, and she was acting, quote, crazy. And he made the decision to kick her out. So took all her stuff and had her leave. And she ended up, okay, most likely going out on the streets. as all this stuff is pulling together and everything, the decision was made, on October 21st to report it to the police. And as Rhonda said to me, the boyfriend was going into the police station making sure. So I do want to clarify that he has been very, very involved in making sure, that they're looking for her. And he did state that on October, he probably kicked her out somewhere around the 11th of October. And then on October 16th, he says he received a phone call from Ri'Kiah. The problem was he was asleep and he missed the call. And so probably something that kills him inside, that he missed that call. And but that was on the 16th. So on the 21st, they went into the police station and they filed the missing person report. Did Cajun True Crime, did the boyfriend not realize she was missing for a week? Did he not try to contact her? No, I know. You know what? My feeling, and I don't know, I did not get to contact him, but Rhonda did give me the contact information for the boyfriend. I was doing this today and wasn't able to do that. So if we could do a follow-up on that at some point where I could get more information for people. But as we were saying, the biggest and most important thing we have here is to get the word out. Sounds to me like a case where he was going more on the tough love area. Put someone out, have them go, you're going to do drugs and go do it there. And the problem is, guys, and this is why all of us get so upset about people not following up on runaways. Those with addiction issues, things like that, is once you get out on the street, it is dangerous. You've got everything from, violence to, let's see, you got your violence issues, you got trafficking issues, going out to try to score something and maybe getting in trouble with whoever it is that you're dealing with, things like that. I don't have all that information myself. Rhonda, completely up to you if you want to share that or not. Whether maybe it was, addiction related, whatever. But it's completely up to you, my dear. Completely up to you. Everyone still deserves their privacy. And I did tell Rhonda, by the way, that we are a very, very caring community. And we not only want everyone to be found, but as part of that wanting to find everyone, we've got the the little investigative mind also. Thank you. That's great to know. She was there for 6 months. Causes are relevant and to what we're dealing with in this case. So thank you, Rhonda. And so what we've got now is she is most likely what a lot of people are thinking, and this is why we need to have a PI in this case. A lot of things, Stacy, there's some possibility, and I think this is why a lot of times you get problems when the police are not doing a full investigation. And you guys know me, I'm very supportive of law enforcement. I've seen amazing work by law enforcement, but there are also times when they don't do a full because of whatever the reason is. And we need to find this girl. And I get you, girl. And right now we care and we want to look into it, but we also need to respect boundaries and all. And right now, getting a PI would allow people to figure out, because, we've talked about this before, how families, when you lose a loved one, there are no instruction books on how to deal with everything. You're told, contact the police and they will research everything. The problem is not everyone researches everything. Hey, Joelle, welcome, my dear, and welcome, Janine, also. And also Stacy, welcome, my dear. And Joelle Duke. Hey, Joelle, welcome. And so sometimes there are relationships within things, but if you don't have that thing and the police are not, for example, what was the first thing every one of us thought? Okay, is what happened to the phone? Okay, Rhonda has told me this was a brand new phone. Okay, it's not like this is a phone that would have just stopped working on its own. It was a new phone. And right now, no one has actually gotten the records from that to figure out where was the last ping. Okay, so no matter what happened, we need to get a PI or something on the case, or police. Okay, I still believe in law enforcement. Okay, sometimes it's just getting that break that they need. Someone out there who is that person who saw her one night and can call up and say, okay, yeah, I saw her down on the corner of this street and this street, or I saw her in this one restaurant. And it's enough to kick off a new investigation. And Dot, thank you for sharing that. And that's the key here, gang. I know it's normal for all of us because all of us have a questioning mind. Okay. And the questioning combined with the heart, sometimes when we really, really want to make sure someone's safe and bring them home to their family, you try to connect it all together yourself. And but what's important is we get whatever help needs to come together to get her home. Okay. We don't know what's happened. When you're on the streets like that, okay, and we're making an assumption, and see, I don't know much about the police there and everything, but I can completely understand. Okay, they are not being answered. Okay, and that is part of the thing. And I think that's one thing that we as a community work with, because we understand there are times that police are not going to be able to get everything we want, but families need that communication because that's what helps them feel like, okay, someone has my back. Families deserve to know that someone has their back, that people are fighting for them. Okay, we talk about this all the time. We're not the investigators. We're not the ones who are going to go out there and interview people and stuff like that. But we're the ones who can get her poster out. We can get that sent out as far as we can get it. We can get it posted into Instagram. We can try to get more people to talk because a family deserves those answers. There's no reason why a parent should be sitting for 3+ months not knowing where was her daughter's phone last pinged, for example. So those are the questions we need answered. And if police aren't doing it, whatever their reason is, okay, I don't know. I'm not in their offices, so I can't answer that question. Okay, but what I can say is if the family is lucky enough to pull together a PI, that PI will know. We don't have the instruction book of child goes missing, make this phone call, do this, do that. What we do have is the ability to connect with people who do know what to do next. Stacy, when did the boyfriend last see her? From our understanding, he last saw her somewhere around October 11th, we're thinking. Okay, at that point, that was when she had picked up her addiction again, and he told her to leave at that point. As for talking, he got a phone call from her on the 16th, but happened to be asleep when that phone call came in. And also, the phone is important in this case. Getting that phone information is important. Where is it pinging? Okay, can you verify, okay, did she make other phone calls during that? If she was calling him at that time, was she calling other people? people that they might be able to talk to. So thank you, Dot. Thank you so much. We'll connect. We'll connect. I'll talk definitely, okay, with Rhonda and see, because I do know, yeah, it's, it's hard. And guys, this is hard for families too, because there's a lot of questions. People like filling in blanks, but none of us have. Oh, is he on here? He is on here. Okay, thank you so much. Sorry, someone. So, thank you, by the way, mods. Thank you so much. Which one is he? Sorry. Rhonda, if you can let us know, or if he could just let us know. And also, but yeah, and guys, let me ask everyone, let's try to be respectful of each other. Okay, I know there's a lot of emotions that go with things, and also Ricky Smith. Okay, got it. So, and yes, people in mods, if people do continue, guys, thank you, Nicole, thank you. And guys, we're all adults here, okay? Please feel free to have a say in here. But once we start doing other things and we're starting to be disrespectful to other people or things like that, these are serious things. This is a missing person. We don't know where she is right now. Her mom does not know if she is still with us or not. Okay, so please, let's stay respectful in chat, please. Thank you so much. And we can't assume guilt of anything. Exactly. We can't. Ricky, thank you so much. It was her unwillingness to change or get help. Okay. Thank you so much, Ricky. Thank you. And so, guys, we've all seen people where families try to do. The problem is when things like this happen and you start getting open-ended stuff, okay, people want to solve things. This is why we need the police to step up and start looking and ask for those records. Get those phone records. Find out what's going on there, because that is key to everything. And guys, Caging True Crime, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Yeah. You know what, guys, we know the way. Okay, I hate to put it this way, but this is, whether it's YouTube, small communities, whatever, as people start getting their picture out further, people pick up stories more. They pick up the picture and they share it more. Okay, this is a gorgeous young woman who has, like I said at the beginning, very kind eyes. She looks like she smiled a lot. Okay, so if you guys can, again, I've got the GoFundMe on top for all of us who do want to help solve things. The best thing for us to do is try to give the family the ability to be able to keep looking into what's going on. Let's see, here we go. Her leaving was nothing new, but we'd always stay in touch and come back. Okay, and thank you actually for saying that, Ricky, because that was the one thing. And talking with Rhonda, I got out a lot of the discussion, is that even if things got rough, she would call back. Let me ask you this, guys. You've got a young woman who has missed Halloween, Thanksgiving, Christmas, New Year's. Not a single phone call. None of those things to her mom. Okay. Even in the worst of times, those people who've ever been through rough times, and this is why we get upset about when people that are runaways are not taken seriously, for example. Okay, a family. Dot, thank you for sharing that. I was hoping you would share that. I was hoping you would share that bit of news. And there. Dot understands actually heavily, okay, what you all were going through. And also, and she's a real sweetheart, by the way, also. And also, she would have contacted her mom during any of those times. Something is wrong. Now, what that is, we don't know. Could be anything, to be honest, gang. It really honestly can. I mean, she could still be out there Okay, on the street. She could be in a trafficking type situation. I'm sorry, family, for mentioning these things, but like I said before, I know this is nothing that you guys haven't probably had nightmares about, to be honest. Um, and that's why it's never too late to get the story out. It's not too late to get her story out, to get her a private investigator or someone who's going to keep looking into all this and try to bring her home. Okay, so it's just really yeah, whatever we can do in getting the story out. Um, because mom's biggest concern is that she got into a situation over her head. Any of us who live in larger cities, okay, I live in, okay, on Oahu. Okay, we got Honolulu on this island. Okay, it can be nasty down on the streets. You can very easily get in over your head. But the thing is, if you're getting in over your head, there are people out there who know. There are people out there who have seen or they've heard something or something like that. So the idea that no one knows anything, no, that's an excuse in my eyes, that no one knows anything. Someone knows something. Okay, it's just finding the right person so that they can find out exactly what's been going on. So I really, yeah, this one, there's not, like I said, this story took place over a couple weeks. Started with mom and daughter out one day, and mom drops her off at her boyfriend's. It continues where, okay, life, addictions, things like that come into play. And a boyfriend, kind of like I use the word tough love. Okay, tough love, there is a place for it out there. And made the decision to kind of go in that direction. Okay, you know what? If you're going to keep using, you need to do this. Okay, and then her phone continued. Okay, it went just ringing, 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 ringing. Then it started just going to voicemail, which we know means the phone is off most likely at that point. And then finally, it got to the point where nothing. The phone was completely gone. And so all these things start building up over time. And that's actually another reason for a PI. Actually, Dot, that thought process is great right there, because it's true. A lot of people, if you're on the streets, whether it is due to addictions or whatever, they may not feel comfortable talking to police. It puts them at risk to do that. But if there is a PI involved, they may be willing to talk to that PI. That's actually a very great point there. I'm happy you brought that one up. And that's one reason why I keep going back to this GoFundMe for the PIs. I don't normally share GoFundMes. You guys know me about that. I don't tend to do that. But I think in this case, it's a huge step there. Rhonda here. Wait, I missed Rhonda up here. There we go. We knew and accepted her grown choice. Exactly. What do you do once a child becomes an adult? Okay, you have to. It's the hardest part of becoming the parent of an adult is, okay, they still make decisions for themselves, but they can be family oriented. Anyone who's ever known someone who has been involved in an addiction realize, you know what? You can have those addictions and still be extremely family oriented. Okay, a lot of families, you've got a mom or a dad who are dealing with addiction issues, but they still love, and their family is their everything. It's just they have this thing they're always having to fight against. Okay, because we've talked about it on mental health, where we have the addiction episode on our Mental Health Friday a couple weeks ago, and I actually am planning on going back in and bringing in a recovery person to help talk to us about recovery side of it. Okay, but as Rhonda said there, okay, she was family oriented. Regardless of what her personal choices are, she would have picked up the phone and called her mom on Christmas. Okay, she's in harm's way. And when a person is in harm's way, guys, we have the ability not to solve the crime. No. What we have the ability to do is share with the right people, to get the name out, to get the pictures out. Okay, those of you who live in that area can be looking out when you're downtown. Okay, those types of things. Those are the things that you end up doing. Audra, welcome, my dear. Welcome. And and I think I missed also here, there was something, Ricky here. I'm going to stay at home guy pretty much. And Kia is young and likes hanging out with her buddies. And that makes sense. That makes sense. I'm an introvert myself, and yet some of my closest friends are biggest extroverts in the world. And you worry about them when they go out. But you know what? When you're an introvert, it's a different type of thing too. Okay, was her being out or gone and not contacting anybody. Oh, wow. And so, see, this is something that has been a concern over times. So, there's definitely, good night, JP. Sleep well, my dear. Oh, Christy, thank you for the birthday wishes, my dear. It's definitely, guys, something that we just need to get the word out. And I know there's a lot of you guys who have YouTube. Okay, now for the YouTube discussion here. I'm going to be sharing out my those posters. I've mentioned this to many people before, guys. YouTube has done this amazing thing of giving almost everyone a community tab. That community tab is like Facebook is. You can use that community tab to share other videos that you watch. You can share pictures. You can share Ri'Kiah's poster. People will see it. If you type her name into that post, the algorithm will pick it up. And when it starts suggesting things to people, it'll be like, oh, wow, look, this name is being picked up a lot. We're going to make sure more people see her name. That's how these algorithms work. So let's use the algorithm to let her tell her story now, to let her speak for herself. Because right now, she can't do it herself. She's depending on us to send these posts out. Go to Twitter, go to Discords, go to wherever you need to go. There are other posters online, okay, that are made by other groups. You don't have to use mine. Just post her picture. Post her story. Let people know that the family needs a PI. Because if we share that information out, maybe we can bring her home. Okay, maybe Rhonda doesn't have to go through Valentine's Day. Okay, Rakia's boyfriend doesn't have to go through Valentine's Day wondering where she is. Those are the feet that we put our feet in their shoes, try to figure out what they're going through. What can we do? That's what we do. So please help us out with this. If you guys can just take a moment, it takes just a couple minutes to share something out. Just a couple minutes. We've seen the stories on where people have seen a video on YouTube or a poster of someone missing on Facebook, and people find the person. Jojo was one of those people. Okay. He was brought back to his mom because of social media. So that's the strength we have here as a community. So if you guys could truly, truly help us out with that in any way possible. Okay. Let me see. I'm just trying to make sure I don't miss anything. Let me go ahead to this here. And if you guys could truly help me get this out, help me share her story out. Again, Ri'Kiah was last seen by her mother on October 7th in Aliquippa, Pennsylvania, 24 years old. She is 5'4", not 5'3". I will correct that. But you know what? Honestly, gang, whether you share the 5'3", if you can't wait for me to get a new poster out, post this. 5'3", 5'4", it's not going to make a difference in the end. What's important is we share what her face looks like. Okay, 125 pounds, brown eyes, brown hair. Okay, you can look back here at some of the ways she's done her hair in the past. Okay, looks like she always liked to keep it long. Okay, she's like me. She always puts it up in a ponytail of some sort a lot of times, but not always. We got there. She's definitely got some tattoos all on her right arm, one of which says like mother. Rather than like daughter, it says like mother. Surviving the storms, there currently is not a reward. I know that's always one of the things that can help, but there's been some issues with that also. Okay, Ricky, I was wondering about that because I noticed that there's some pictures she's very thin, and that's one reason why I was happy you guys shared all that, because she came out of jail, weighing a lot more. But if she ended up out on the streets and was back to her addiction, she could have lost a lot of weight. So it could go either way there. People may have seen her in either way. So that is definitely something important to take a look at. But you can see here her tattoos right there. That is definitely, I agree, Dot. That's actually, Dorothy, important. Thank you for sharing all that. But yes, totally. You can see some of the tattoos, though, here with her. Okay. Her eyebrows. You guys know me. I kind of try to point out little things to look for that stand out to me. And not only do I see her eyes that kind of have this gleam to them, this sweet, caring gleam, but her eyebrows tend to be a little bit, they kind of go upwards there. I don't know if that was from plucking and could be different, or if that's just the natural. But those are things you can look at. That's how we look at these things. Okay, she may have cut her hair, maybe dyed. So many different things. And Cajun True Crime, yes, she has gone by the name Bella before. Not just Rakia, but Bella. So it's very possible someone who may have met her out on, and guys, we know people, everyone watches YouTube, everyone checks out Facebook, TikTok, things like that. She is freaking gorgeous. She really is. She really is. That was one of the things I was noticing about it too. Okay. They may have known her by Bella. Okay. If you say Ri'Kiah, oh, we're looking for this missing girl, Ri'Kiah, they might be like, okay, yeah, I don't know anyone by the name Ri'Kiah. But if they hear, oh, yeah, we're looking for someone who goes by Bella, they may pop up and be like, oh, yeah, I do remember someone by that name. So definitely. Sorry, needed to get that down real quick. I don't know if I noticed she has this cross on in a couple pictures. Not sure if she would still have that. I know a lot of us have certain pieces of jewelry that mean the world to us and we wear all the time. But she, again, was dropped off by her mom. Okay, they FaceTime. She was making dinner later. Okay, I can do some more updates. Rhonda, if there's anything else you'd like changed on the poster, I'll wait actually about 5-10 minutes after this live before I update the poster in case there's anything new you would like to have me put on or anything like that. I did include the police department's information there. Please, it's always rough when a family isn't sure whether the police are really doing their most, because if a hint comes into the police and the police aren't doing it, then you get concerns about that. And but at the same point, the police need this information for them to do a good job. So I did put the police down, but I know Rhonda and all is very active on Facebook. They're posting her picture regularly. So there are ways you can contact them if you've seen something. She does actually, Cajun True Crime. She does look a little, okay, a little sassy, got that little hip hop going on there and all that. So, yes. And those are personality things. That's why I like it when people share all of these pictures, because you actually see a personality there. It's not just, oh, this person's 5'4" and things like that. I did actually, Dorothy, I was bad. I actually went through 3 different versions and I saw the Bella stuff after. It's on my thumbnail, but not on these because I did not update my slideshow. Yeah, it was bad. And too many things to update leading in. I'm like, I don't know. So, but I will be making sure that it's all there for everyone. So, but please help us get her out. If any, I will, of course, like I always do, we will make sure to update you guys if anything happens, if we hear any new updates or anything like that, because I do know as we see someone's story, they do become people to us. They're not just someone on TV or things like that. We care about these people. And I know people want to know what's happened in these cases. Is she, Joelle? Is she? I was wondering. I know I've got a lot of family and friends and stuff here, and I love that because you guys are the ones who can tell us what she's like, because that to me means more than anything. Yes, the pictures, we need the pictures there, but knowing what they're like. That way, if you hear them talking, if you're at a McDonald's and see someone and all, you can see things like that. So that's amazing. Thanks for letting us know that. In the bushes, how you doing, my friend? And so she's got her tattoos. Please call the police. Please call the police if you have any information. And again, please, if you happen, I know everyone is stretched for money right now. We're coming out of the holidays and all that. If you can send a little bit to the family to put towards a PI. Because I think in this case, you are dealing with people on the streets, things like that. That PI is actually very, very important in this case, I think. Cajun True Crime, good question. Family and friends, is she normally quiet or is she a loud personality? I'm taking from earlier, okay, Ricky was saying that she loves to go out and be around people and all, so I'm thinking she's might be a little bit more on the louder side. But that's just me guessing, and you guys know how I feel about guessing. I don't think it's the right thing for us to do most of the time because we could actually hurt cases by guessing at times. I agree. I'm going to guess she's no pushover whatsoever. I would definitely say that also. So, but yeah, hopefully we can find things. Like I said, no one should have to go through that many holidays wondering where their loved one is. Okay. And not even knowing things like where was her phone pinging at the last moment. Okay. Before it turned off. Okay. Who was she talked to? I love this. She's a very smart girl. I could see that. Ricky, in her words, she's sweet and I love it. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I love it. So guys, see, these are the things, this is what we all need to know and remember. And that's what, if you do send $5, $10, whatever you can to the GoFundMe, and you can pull a PI, okay, family can then look at getting a PI. Okay, there's already some money there. That's what they're doing, is bringing that back. Okay, they're trying to bring her home right now. So if you guys, let me just say this, guys. Family, I'm just going to leave this one up right now. According to Mom right there. She brightens up a room when she enters. That says it all. We all know those type of people. Those people who walk in a room and everything just changes in the room because they walked in. And she brightens the room. So I know I'm speaking for a lot of the people here, my normal regulars that are here, as well as a bunch of new people who've come in today. We're thinking about all of you, family. Those of us who try to advocate for the missing, we talk quite often about how having to be in your shoes and dealing with things, I don't know how families do it. I really don't. But no, I don't know if any of you guys are religious, but I can tell you there's a lot of people out here who are praying for you. We've got you in our thoughts. You're in our prayers. She is too. And yeah, you guys aren't alone, no matter what. I know it has to feel like it. It has to feel like it when you've gone this long and you guys post things and no one does anything about it. But you aren't alone. Okay, so please don't ever think you are. And also, don't ever give up hope. We've all seen cases where people come home, okay, years even later. Okay, yes, hope can be cruel in some levels on that point, but you know what? Hope is the light. Hope is that light there. We don't know what the answer is, but there's always hope. We just don't know what that hope's going to look like in the end. So please know we're all, Karen, heart goes out to the whole family and your brother. Thank you, Karen. And I have a 22-year-old who went through a few years of severe using right now. We're all connected in ways, guys. We really honestly are connected. We all share so many of the same stories, and knowing that you aren't alone. Please know that. Yeah, even the dog. I know you can't hear it, but the dog's barking, saying that he's thinking about you guys too. So anyhow, I'm going to update the poster in about 5 to 10 minutes. So please keep an eye out on the community tab for anything new. Those of you in Discord, please feel free to, I will upload the poster in the normal missing posters folder so you can grab it out of there. And in the meantime, prayers. Prayer is one of the most powerful things out there for us. We just hold on to those prayers and positivity. Love all you guys. I really, really want to thank all of you for coming and joining tonight. Yep, dog's trying to help. Dog is definitely trying to help. And yeah, Rhonda, Ricky, Karen, thank you for being here to help us to get to know her better. Here, you want to say goodbye? Say bye-bye? Okay. And also, no, now the other one's jealous. Put them down, otherwise they get jealous of each other. And also praying for safe return. Exactly. And thank you all so much. Aloha, mahalo. And yeah, until they're home to speak for themselves, we're going to keep speaking up for them. We'll be there. Listen to them. Love y'all. Aloha, mahalo, gang. Bye-bye.